the teamwork of
of
the 9/11. It's
terrorist.
like,
You whoa.
where the fuck did that come from, dog? Like,
What?
are you just trying to make like it? Like, dude, it was a
Yeah,
joke. That's a hell of a joke to be.
yeah. To
I
be
don't know if you said
saying,
it in public or what. I mean, here's the thing, dude. It's 22 years.
yeah,
I think you can get over it if you did get a little
yeah,
offended by it. I don't think there's anything to. I'm glad he didn't lose his job over it,
yeah,
and I'm glad like he did like a public apology. But like, dude, who the fuck cares? Now, if
yeah,
he made like a Hamas Israel joke
yeah,
with all that going down, that's a different story.
yeah. Something that's a
Um,
little bit fresher, but also to some people though, they
yeah,
still kind of hold the 9/11 shit pretty close to their hearts. Like,
especially in New York, I
yeah,
get it.
yeah. That's a bit of a rougher one right there. Um,
Yeah, know your audience, bro.
yeah, honestly. Um, so we get to go back and look at all the weird bowl names again.
Oh yay.
Yeah. For college football, the Myrtle Beach Bowl, Ohio beat Georgia Southern, 41-21. Yeah, I'm not
That
even
was
gonna.
Miami, Ohio, right?
No. That's against
Oh,
Appalachian State. Which
oh,
Miami, Ohio, lost to Appalachian State 13-9. In the Avocados from Mexico Cure Bowl. I don't
oh,
know. I don't understand how you get avocados from Mexico Cure.
here.
Yeah, cure, like the cure to the disease or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's the disease with avocados.
I don't know, but like it just says cure, like avocados from Mexico cure bowl.
Intern Aaron is allergic to avocado. Here, let me ask that. Hey, Aaron, is there an avocado cure? Cure, Cure? Just like a name of a bowl. All right, thank you. He doesn't know.
Yeah, okay, whatever. I'm not gonna read the bowl names because some of them are just ridiculous. Florida A&M against Howard. Florida A&M won 30-26. Jacksonville State won 34-31 over Louisiana in overtime too. So that's a pretty big bowl win. Um, Fresno State beat New Mexico State 37-10. Absolutely mollywopped them. UCLA beat Boise State 35-22. Texas Tech beat Cal 34-14. A close one was Western Kentucky against Old Dominion 38-35. UTSA beat Marshall 35-17. And then now we go into the next week's, which will go all the way up to next Tuesday again. Oh fuck, we should probably
If
also
you cared,
we'll probably also go
when
into
this
Wednesday as
volleyball
well.
also wrapped up.
Oh, did Nebraska win?
Now they lost. That felt like that sounded very genuine, but to me it was like, oh, did Nebraska win? Already knowing like they didn't, you know what I
No, I
mean?
didn't know. I was genuinely
I
like,
know you. No, I know you didn't know, but yeah, they
yeah.
lost to Texas, I believe.
Oh, and Texas was also like quickly rising up.
Yeah,
Yeah, they kind of came out of nowhere.
it's okay. You know, we'll get him next year. And
Yeah.
hey, I don't know if you saw the news. We got Georgia's five-star quarterback
Oh, you
through
guys
the
did?
transfer portal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's it's bittersweet for Nebraska.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we lost volleyball,
But
but
football next
like
year.
yeah, it might be pretty lit.
um. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna read these names because this one's kind of funny. South Florida against Syracuse. The roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl.
Who comes up with
That's
these?
tomorrow. um, Georgia Tech against UFC in the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. Um, I actually might watch this one Saturday. Troy plays Duke. I have a dude that I served with that played for Troy. Um,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, like this dude like gets heated about watching Troy play. Like we were doing staff duty before Christmas block leave, and he's watching the no, it was after Christmas block leave. because it was around bowl time, and he was watching his team play in a bowl. And like, mind you, the staff dude is completely quiet. All you can see is him, like sitting there watching the thing. We're all watching movies, whatever. I'm scrolling my phone, doing something. At that time, probably on Tinder, but yeah, and like, there's just pizza there, and he's so entranced in the game that like he literally does like Neanderthal grunts, like slaps me, and like points at the pizza, and I'm like, use your fucking words. What do you want? And he was like, sorry. Whenever I watch football, I get like all fucking caveman like.
Invested.
Yeah.
What did he play?
He played defensive tackle. He's
Wow.
6'6" at minimum. Like when he was at his fucking like.
Leanest?
Yeah, like 250. Like just
leanest is the incorrect word to use.
Yeah, but like his most bricked up, built up, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that.
Yeah, no, just fucking his bulk. Yeah, like 250. Like, yeah, he's a fucking mammoth of a man. I never wanted to get in a fight with that dude, but yet he always wants to get in the fight. Like he said, that's the worst part about going to the bars. It's like, dude, I want to fight, but no one wants to fight me.
Yeah, like you just want to beat up on a small dude. You're a bully. Like, fuck off, bro.
But yeah, so, and then also is like dead quiet too, and he just starts screaming, "Fuck yes, fuck yeah!" And then he looks up. Oh, he remembers other people are there. He has to apologize.
Oh.
He's just like, my bad. Watching football on his Alabama draw.
My
just
bad.
like, my bad.
Is Troy in Alabama?
Yeah.
Did not know.
Yep. But they're playing Duke in the 76 Brigham Bowl, Birmingham Bowl.
Oh.
Arkansas State's playing Northern Illinois in the Camellia Bowl. James Madison is playing Air Force in the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. We should say, funded by the military complex.
Industrial complex, yeah.
Georgia State is playing Utah State in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Now that's one I do recognize as the Potato Bowl.
I remember that, yeah.
It's had different names throughout the year, but it's always been in like Idaho Potato, somewhere around there. Southern Alabama is playing Eastern Michigan in 68 Ventures Bowl. Utah against Northwestern in the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl. Coastal Carolina is playing San Jose in the Easy Post Hawaii Bowl. Now that one might actually be a good game to watch. Coastal Carolina is a very what's the right term I'm looking for? I don't know, I'm at a loss of words. But they're a good team to watch. They're electric, the standard thing that you say for a white guy.
You gotta do it. It's electric.
The Bowling Green against Minnesota in the Quick Lane Bowl. Texas State against Rice in the Servapo First Responder Bowl. Kansas against UNLV in the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. I'm going to look for where Iowa State's playing at. They're playing in the AutoZone Liberty Bowl on next Friday. So I'll probably be watching that. Yeah. And then there's some MMA news we need to talk about.
Yeah.
There's some I'm going to talk about the Boston game that I went to.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic game to go to and watch. Like I don't think I could have gone to a better game than that one. For my first time watching it, they broke over 100 points, 128 to 111. Yeah, all around it was a fucking great game. They had one of their major starters out of the game that day. Their center was out. His calf was fucked up. But he was able to actually no. Did he play a little bit? He did play. Huh. Oh well. But yeah, fucking all around a great time. I love the stadium. It was a great stadium. I love the area too. It was right there. Oh fuck. OBS just disconnected.
Oh, is that what that little
Yeah.
was?
It's reconnecting the stream, so we might have lost the stream, but we're not losing the recording.
Okay, that's good. I thought OBS was the recording.
Yeah, so OBS does the streaming and the recording.
Oh.
Yep, the reconnection was successful. All right, cool.
There you go.
Yeah, it was a great time. The beers were overly priced. Fucking atrocious.
That's anti-sporting.
Yeah. Like for two, well, I mean, granted, they were taller beers. They were definitely like 32 ounces. But like for Coors Light, for two of them, it was $35.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
No thanks, bro.
Yeah, it was quite expensive. I spent a lot of money on this trip. Yeah, I picked up. I got you not a Boston Celtics like Christmas gift, but I got you something from Boston.
Cool.
Yeah, I bought it in the State House that's right next to the Boston Massacre site.
Oh shit, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And also, what I didn't know is that I was in Boston on the day of the 250th anniversary of the Boston Tea Party.
Huh.
And I was on Bunker Hill that day as well. Like they have like a Washington Monument kind of like thing there.
Yeah.
294 steps to go to the top.
Damn.
And it's at like this angle, just like the whole way up, and it just spirals all the way up to this thing.
Luckily, it's at sea level, so you're not fucking like...
Dude, I was dying. I'm sitting there like, and the people I was with were guys I was stationed with in Carson.
Yeah.
Him and his girlfriend, and I was sitting there like, dude, like, we've done the incline, but why is this worse than the incline right now? And that's all we're joking about. Is because that's like 2,900 some odd steps. Like,
oh,
and it's a mile straight up, just stairs.
Wait, is that thing that I see like beauty influencers talk about? It's literally just like wood steps that just
go
like
all the way
straight
up.
up.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to do that before we changed the plans to go to Arizona.
No, you wouldn't have. I don't even want to do it. And I've done it so many times in Kit, just going up that thing. It is not a good time. And it was when I was at my peak, physical health. Mainly, I was an alcoholic that just would, be drunk and not feel any pain.
Can you get the gloves out of her mouth? Thank you.
But yeah, the Boston game was fun. It was being in such a historic town, especially around that time, made hearing the national anthem like actually give me chills.
Thank you, Aaron.
But yeah, it's just like I actually, being a history nerd like myself and just knowing the area, I'm just like, man, this is making me proud to be a fucking American right now. Like, God,
that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably didn't know going into it that it was the
I didn't know, but I was also like wondering why a lot of these like museums that we're trying to get reservations for were all like first come first serve. Like, there's no reservations for these tours or anything like that.
Oh.
And like, yeah, they had like people in like old school colonial outfits, like doing tour guides throughout like the Freedom Trail.
It's gotta be good around this time of year since it's colder, so you're wearing like cotton and stuff.
Yeah.
Aaron.
Intern Aaron. Yeah, no, it was.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, it was a great experience.
Oh, I thought I muted it.
It might be your other mic. I don't know.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck? Is it just been going to this the whole time? Hold up. Wait a minute.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Yeah, it was a great time. Great experience. All around was a blast. I was seated next to, there was like this 10-year-old girl with her dad, and they're having like a dad-daughter kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of like first game type of deal.
Not first game.
We fixed it. We're back up.
Yeah. Not first game kind of deal, but like
Just like a dad
yeah,
daughter
dad
type
daughter
of.
kind of thing. Yeah, and it was
That's how you
really
don't
like
make hoes, man. That's
yeah,
good for him.
and like we are just sitting there talking with her. She had like so many fucking plans that she wanted to do with her life, and we're just like, yeah, like you can do it. Like
Don't do drugs.
yeah, and there's another like
Boys and
family.
penises are bad. Don't stay
There's a
away from them.
there's another family off to the left, and the older like the dad was sitting next to me, and he had a beer, and he had only been like nursing two, and I was just sitting there giving him shit like, what are you over there in the back just fucking chugging beers? Like you just over here being a party animal, just like
Yeah.
fucking with him. He was like,
And he's like, no, not me.
he was like, he would like play along with it. He was like, oh yeah, man, I'm like 15 deep right now, just fucking around. Um, yeah, I had a great time. The city's actually not that bad. Like there's bad areas of the city, obviously with like every yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but my buddy who lives there was just like, honestly, like I've never really had to worry that much unless I'm in those neighborhoods. Everywhere else though, he doesn't have to, like he still stays strapped and protected, but it's just like
Right.
I don't have to worry though. And it's a great town. I don't like I definitely want to go back to Boston and like see more. Like if I had the money and the time, I would definitely just do like a historic like tour of Massachusetts and just see like all the historic sites. Um,
Yeah, you got to talk to Ben. 'Cause I bet you he could probably get you in there
yeah,
pretty
over there
cheap.
in
Just
Virginia too.
yeah.
All right, so MMA stuff, UFC, the Sean
I don't,
Strickland.
dude. I don't even know where to begin. I really don't. So like, they did the seasonal press. So this is all last week's
Yeah.
news. So if you missed any of last week's news, let me enlighten you.
Yeah.
They did the seasonal press conference, just talking about like the next couple pay per views. They had Volk and Ilya Deporia and Sean Strickland and Dracus Duplessis and Sean O'Malley and Cheeto
Mm-hmm.
Vera. They were all talking. Press conference for the pre press conference for Colby and Leon. Did you see any clips of that?
No, I didn't.
The big thing, the major thing that came out of it was Colby's like, I'm gonna send you to the 7 layer of hell, and while we're there, you're gonna say hi to your dad, who was like, he was murdered because I think, was he in, either he was in a gang or a gang killed him
Yeah.
or something, but it was before, or maybe it was like a little bit after Leon was born,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why they moved from Jamaica to England.
Yeah.
Um, So yeah, a lot of fighters and people were just like, that wasn't fucking cool.
Yeah.
Most people are like, hey, leave the families out of it. Just,
Yeah.
we want to talk about, me as a person, or even like the whole Ian Gary thing is kind
Yeah.
of somewhat okay because like she's putting herself in that spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
But like for some people, they're not, like, they don't want to be in the spotlight, then they're kind of off the table. Um, but I mean, then so the card comes, and honestly, for the card, you were better off just watching it free. The prelims, the
Mm-hmm.
early prelims, and the prelims, really good fights. Um, Early prelims, a couple good finishes in there. Um, but then you look at the prelims. Casey O'Neill got subbed by Andre Lipsky. It was an armbar. We saw that one. That one was a pretty good one. Cody Garbrandt got a knockout, but like the more I watch it, the more like, and I don't want to say it was staged or anything, but it just
Yeah.
looks mad fucking not real. Just the way
Yeah.
it like. But anyway, uh, uh, Aldana, who was the former title challenger, and Carlo Rosa had a fucking great fight. I think they were fight of the night, which I was talking to Joe, our buddy Joe, about it, and I was watching it with him, and um, not to be sexist, but we have an opinion on female fights. Not that I want to get rid of female fights, but
Mm-hmm.
they're not always the most entertaining.
Yeah.
Um, especially if you're kind of casual and you just want to see like knockouts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they had a really great fight, and I was telling Joe, I was like, "Hey man, this is gonna be fight of the night," and he goes, "I don't think so." And turned out it was.
Yeah.
Even though Alonzo Menafield and Dustin Jacoby also had a pretty good fight. Um, when you get into the prelims, or sorry, get out of the prelims and into the main card was when kind of things started to kind of tear down.
Yeah.
It started off hot with Josh Emmett, like a vicious KO
Yeah.
of Bryce Mitchell. I don't know. I sent a few clips in to the Instagram.
Yeah.
I was watching with Joe, and they show him seizing, and that was like the
Oh,
first time I've ever
fuck.
seen like his whole body is like
Yeah.
viciously shaking. That was pretty fucking scary.
Yeah.
To see first round. Um, Patty Plummet, Patty Pimblett, made himself honestly. He's doing better for me. He was honestly just like a fucking annoying ass. Uh, After the whole Jared Gordon fight, and even during the Jared Gordon fight, a little bit before it, but he was pretty honest with this last fight, saying like it was a lose for me to like fight against Tony Ferguson. It's like if I lose, then I lost to this old ass who's on a now 7-fight losing streak and is way out of his prime. Um, but and
But
if
if
I
I
win,
beat
it's like
him, you just beat up an old man.
cool. You beat up an old guy who's now on a 7-fight skit. Like it
Yeah.
truly was a lose for him. So I'm glad he wasn't talking shit. It was just kind of cool to see David Goggins in the corner
Yeah.
of Tony Ferguson. Did they help him come back and win that fight? Absolutely
Absolutely
not. And then you saw he was kind of. I think everyone was hoping that Shavkat Ramonov would stand there and bang with Stephen Thompson.
Yeah.
It makes sense why he doesn't. Stephen Thompson doesn't have the best wrestling in the world. And he got choked out first time in his career.
Yeah.
This is when I felt like I just got hit. Like I hit a wall. The Pantoja versus Royval fight.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it's a good fight, and I rewatched it. And I just think that it was just one of those like it was fast, and then just drastically slowed down.
Yeah.
And then the fucking main event with Leon and Colby. Even though I'm looking at it, it's kind of I don't remember Leon throwing and landing on more strikes.
Yeah.
And having more control time, but he does. But yeah, when you watch that fight, dude, they were both like Leon was just kind of doing enough to just like stay ahead of the point card, like the points. And yeah, Colby looked like fucking shit, dude. His stock went way down after this fight.
Yeah.
You're probably not going to see that guy fight a title fight ever again unless he fights like a really big name title contender.
Yeah.
But it's just really weird. I don't know where you go for there with Colby, but I think the main news, the big news that came out of it, and I'm sure you've seen this, I'm sure everyone has seen this, but and it's hilarious too afterwards. They did a little because like during the filming, they'll zoom in on like
the crowd,
celebrities that are intended or fighters, and the first one they did is they zoom in. So let's just row of seats. They zoom in on Drake Duplessis. 1 row, 2 rows down.
Yep.
Literally the same, like,
pretty
aisle,
much like right behind him,
or the same column.
Yeah.
Literally 2 rows in front.
2 rows. Yeah.
Is the guy he's gonna fight in the current champion, Sean Strickland.
Yeah.
And these two have been fucking talking shit for the last week to each other's face. And yeah, they get into a brawl.
Yep.
No fucking surprise. The one thing that was pretty nice and pretty funny is like in between Drakus and Sean Strickland was Gilbert Burns' family.
Yeah.
Literally a little kid.
Yep.
And he was like, "Hey, mom, can you grab him?"
Can you like he does the whole
and then
like
jumps, yeah,
and
jumps over him and just starts wailing on him.
Yeah.
And then they talked about it with Dana White, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm the one that made the seating chart." So to me, it was like, you're not dumb, Dana. Like, did you know what you're doing? Or, but yeah, he owns up to it. Like, yeah, I did it. It's my fault. What type of asshole would do that? This asshole.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's the last fight card of the year.
Yeah.
So I won't be talking about unless any major MMA news comes about, but
Um,
you guys will hear about UFC stuff. Oh, actually, I guess like something kind of cool.
yeah.
Um, is that Michael Venom Page MVP? You've probably seen some
Hmm.
of his clips.
Yeah.
Um, he signed with the UFC and he's gonna fight Kevin Holland.
Oh.
And that's a great fight for both of those guys.
Hmm.
I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
I just pulled it up here. The next fight card is January 13th. It's
Yeah.
a fight night. I'll talk about it closer when we get there. But it looks like a lot of fun names on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of fun names actually.
Um,
So be a good one.
well, I want to go into fantasy and how I am no longer at the bottom now.
Dude, I saw that and I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah. It's
Because,
just
dude,
like,
I was going to tell you, I was like, dude, if you and the bot who you control are
yeah.
both at the bottom, your ass is getting a punishment.
Yeah.
I don't give a
Oh,
fuck
yeah,
what you
100%.
say.
I was sitting there like, yeah, no, like I have not touched the manager, like the bot team at all.
Yes. Yeah.
Um like and I've thought, out of fairness, I'm not going to touch the bot at all. Um but yeah, going into this week for the championship semifinal, um our buddy Noah is going up against Nate. Nate number 1. We'll just call him number 1. Big Nate.
Fat Nate.
Yeah, Fat
Big
Nate.
Nate.
Obese Nate. um, and then you are going to go up against good old Sarnt.
Art.
You're projected to lose. How do you feel about that?
So, what I'll say, this is my third time. I literally just played Sergeant last week.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fortuitous things go my way. It's really hard to beat a team that Sargent has twice in a
Yeah.
row. Especially the first time I lost pretty handily to him.
Yeah.
I believe it was like a 20 to 30 point spread.
Yeah.
So I feel really nervous,
Yeah.
to be honest. Really nervous, very scared.
Hmm.
Like second guessing a lot of my picks and
Yeah.
seeing performers who are on a skid and like I see so like DeAndre Swift is like 8 points, 3 points, 3 points, 8 points.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think I should take this guy out and put in the rookie that the Dolphins have,
Yeah.
like Chan or I can't remember.
ATN or
Yeah,
something like yeah.
not ETN. Yeah, it's like Chan or something
Yeah.
like that.
So that's how I was
And
with
fucking the fantasy was like, no, don't do that. Put in
yeah.
Swift. He's projected to get more points. And it's like, okay, I get it because they're playing the Giants, who I feel like they can beat the Giants.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for my later pick, but the Dolphins are playing the Cowboys, who just got their ass whipped by the Bills and primarily the running game.
Yep.
So my thought process is it's like if the Dolphins can get a solid run game going with Raheem Mostert,
Yeah.
who Sargent has, and Achin or I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I'm mispronouncing his name. Then we should be good. I should be good to have him in, but I'm back and forth on it. If you want, I can send you the screenshot of my thing. We can kind of look at it together on stream if you want. If not, then
yeah, we'll not put up all that stuff on stream.
okay.
So who do you think's gonna win against Noah and Fat Nate?
You know what? I would love to sit here
And
and
say
hype up my
Noah,
boy Noah.
but it's not
First
looking
year
too good for him.
fantasy. No, it's not looking good. Honestly, he's lucky enough to be in the position that
Yeah.
he's in. Not to say that his team's bad, but honestly, if you look at his team for like 3 years ago, you're like, holy shit, this is a
Like
stacked as fuck team. Patrick Mahomes, DeAndre Hopkins, Zay Flowers, Derrick Henry,
Yep.
James Cook, George Kittle, Tyler Lockett. You look at it and go like, that's a great team.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at how they're performing and you're like,
Yeah.
like,
Um.
opposed to obese Nate, Brock Purdy,
Yeah.
which dude he got for you for free.
Yeah.
just from picking it up off of the waiver wire, which I told you to trade him away. I said, like, don't just drop him, trade
Yeah.
him.
Well, he wasn't
Jalen Wall.
he wasn't producing enough to be, marketable for a trade.
I think you could have. I think you definitely could have marketed him
Yeah.
for the trade. Jalen Waddle, who I think is gonna have a tough time in Dallas. DJ Moore, who I think is been having kind of some rough games. He's got Christian McCaffrey though. That's huge for him. Devontae Adams, Justin Tucker. So it's gonna be a really interesting game between the two of them. But if unfortunately, I think Nate's gonna win it for them.
And then we'll go into the consolation semifinal.
I bet you fucking just barely squeaked your ass in there.
Yeah. No. I'm number
I guess
7.
you would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you would have been in there because I think it does. Oh wait, does it do 5, 6, 7, 8? Right.
Yep. Nate is completely out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's definitely gonna have to do a punishment.
Small Nate, that is.
Yeah, small Nate.
But hey, he still owes us for last year's punishment.
We'll just make him do both while we're in Arizona.
We'll try.
Yeah. We'll just start paddling him. Just like put him over the knee and start spanking.
How do you feel against your matchup against Aaron?
I feel pretty confident. Every time, how many times did I go up against Aaron? I think I've beat him both times, or like it was by 1 that I lost to him. But I feel pretty confident, even though fucking Travis Kelce has not been producing at all.
No. Let's
like
5 points, 11 points, 10 points, 12, 11, 2, 8. Okay, week 7 he did 30 for you.
Yeah, he did good week 7, but like
but since then, like very mid.
Like everywhere else he's been below or just barely scratching what he's projected at. And yeah, it's been very disheartening seeing that happen mixed with all the injuries first play of the game. Yeah, it's just been very disheartening. And like also I shot myself in the foot the 1 week I take Deebo Samuel out because he hadn't been producing for me. He fucking scores 30 points, 35 points, and it's just like, all right. It's like I'm just gonna kill myself now. I'm feeling confident, but also, it's not where I wanted to be. It shouldn't have been like this. I should have been in the championship fight. My personal opinion.
Do you think you would have taken Noah's spot?
Yeah. Well, I feel like if things had gone my way just based off the points, I'd be at number 1 or number 2.
That is true. Yeah. It does suck for you that you are so high in points, but
yeah, and is literally
so low.
Yeah, my record does not show how good my team actually was.
Well, you and Tom both. You and Tom both had high scoring teams. Yeah. But you guys, I think, what is Tom 7 and you're 8, or vice versa?
Tom's 8.
And then you're 7.
Yeah. So like honestly, I think me and Tom, like if we gone off like our points and how things could have gone for us, we'd be holding probably the and our stream fucking disconnected again.
Oh jeez. Oh yeah, I literally have it pulled up here. What's going on with the stream?
I don't know, dude. It's something with my Wi-Fi. It's even acting slow up here too. But I think we'd be holding the 3 and 4 spot. We should be up there. Holding it down. Just based off points alone, but it's not. So,
well, I am. I don't want to jinx myself or put any bad shit out there, but I am the biggest underdog in this.
You definitely are the biggest underdog,
and especially just throughout my season.
Yeah,
just with the huge losses that I've had, and um,
Yeah.
just coming through with a lot of that stuff. So I feel good being at where I am.
Yeah.
Um, if I do lose, I'm gonna be a little bummed.
Yeah.
Especially just fighting back and just being in second place. I didn't expect me to be in
Yeah.
second place. Um,
There was a
so yeah,
meme.
I feel good.
There was a meme I saw. It's from a football player. He said, like, dude, fucking fantasy's tough. Like, it takes more talent to fucking pick a team than it does for me to go out there and play. He's just like, it's a lot of skill and a lot of fucking luck all at the same time, or like knowledge. Like, you gotta know and like be very fucking football savvy. Like, if you're in like one of those big, fantasy leagues that like has a lot of money to it,
Oh
um,
yeah,
like the really competitive ones, you gotta be like you gotta be very knowledgeable and very lucky.
there is parts that I'm very happy that we are not in such a competitive.
Yeah, it's just a
Yeah,
bunch of shit talking, and that's pretty much how competitive it gets. So we'll go into last week's where I fucking picked all the wrong teams.
hold up, you really didn't do that bad. I think when you just look at my score, like here's the thing: if we both had that same amount, we would be sitting here saying like we didn't do too bad.
Yeah, no, we
But
didn't
when
do
you
too
look
bad.
at my score, you're like, all right,
Yeah,
like
like you ended up getting 3 of the 4 right on your R&R splitting picks, which honestly they weren't that far, or they were completely blowouts. Like,
that. That's where I was gonna tell you. It's like I wouldn't feel bad about
yeah,
like it really could have gone either way.
except for the Giants Saints. Like, I don't know how the fuck that went so south.
So
And
what I was gonna tell you, but I wanted to tell you after you had picked it, just so I had a bit
yeah,
of a cushion. I think you tend to fall for trends. You see like
a
a
little
player
bit.
do really good, like what was fucking
You got to take some risks. Like, sometimes it's like it'll
yeah,
it'll it'll
but
work out.
I noticed what's that guy's name? Josh Dobbs. You
Yeah,
saw him and hyping him up, and now he's not even starting.
yeah,
And same thing with Danny DeVito or
yeah. Danny Cutlets.
Bobby DeVito, whatever his fucking name
Yeah,
is. Um,
or Tony Cutlets.
Tony Cutlets.
Yeah. Yeah, no, fucking um but there was one game that I was sitting there kind of fucking 50-50 on. I forgot who it was. Was it it was the Texans game. No, not the Texans.
The one that you had to flip a coin.
No, I had to sit there
Oh,
and really
okay.
think. But yeah, fuck it. Oh well. We were right with picking the Raiders though. I don't know if anybody saw that game. 63-21.
Remember when I called you? I
Yeah,
was like, "Are you watching this?"
I was looking like while I was trying to get ready for bed.
Yeah,
Just kind of looking down, seeing the memes. I'm like, holy fuck. The Bengals absolutely destroyed. Well, not destroyed, but in overtime, beat the Vikings 27-24.
yeah. Jake Browning, man, that
Yeah,
guy is he's willing them
yeah.
playoff spot.
The
So
Colts,
Joe Mixon and
yeah, the Colts absolutely destroyed my Steelers 30-13.
yeah, especially I was watching that game and I think the Steelers were up like 13-0 at a
Yeah,
certain point,
and then
and then
yeah,
just literally did nothing since.
yeah. Um, and I think it's with Kenny Pickett being out, because the game after Matt Canada being fired, they did really well, and then Kenny Pickett got hurt, and then they just played like dog shit after that. Um, I don't know how you feel on it or whatnot, but
About what? I'm sorry.
the Steelers, how they've been playing after Matt Canada and losing Kenny Pickett, like they played good when they had Kenny Pickett.
They weren't. I mean, they're
They weren't.
better than what they
They were
are. They
better.
weren't.
Yeah.
eh,
Yes. I'm not saying like they're gonna win the Super Bowl, but like they
Thank
were
you, sir.
definitely better than what they were without Matt Canada and Kenny Pickett at the helm. And then the next game, Kenny Pickett gets injured, and they play like dog shit. and they've been
And
playing
that's what
like dog shit.
I would say. It's definitely investing in like a good backup quarterback,
Yeah,
like Mitch Trubisky and Mason Rudolph.
yeah,
Both have had plenty of time as starters, and they fucking suck.
yeah. They absolutely
Um,
are dog shit.
the Chiseled Adonis, who I know you know, but if you
Yeah,
don't know,
now you
look him
know.
up. He's hilarious.
Yeah,
Thank you. Um, he's been like, dude, I want um Mike Tomlin fired. I
yeah.
don't know what your pick on that is.
I don't
But he's
agree.
like, dude, we haven't been to a playoff game. We haven't won a playoff game. Like, we haven't won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, cool. He has a winning record, but like, we're in the toughest, arguably the toughest division of football. So having a winning record doesn't always guarantee a ticket to the dance.
Yeah.
So
Um, I'm gonna say give him another year, and if it's not improving, it's time to move on. Um,
yeah,
because like if he's able to make the comeback and continuously stick with the like being as competitive, but if not, then fucking all right, cool, it's time to move on.
especially when you have like players like Big Ben saying like that Pittsburgh mentality of
Yeah,
just
it's just not there. Um,
not there.
and like what sucks about it is that they have Joey Porter as their fucking linebacker coach, who was there with like the old school Steelers. Like he should be
Mm.
getting this mentality through their heads.
Well, the thing is, and I think the defense has it, which I mean, I don't know if you saw one of the Steelers, I can't remember his name, but he's suspended for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
Did you see that hit?
yeah, I saw it.
What's your take? I thought it was bullshit to get suspended for the rest of
Yeah,
the
I'm
year.
kind
I
of
was like,
agreeing with
bro,
I'm kind of
for
agreeing with
real?
what Tom Brady had said. Like this isn't a
Yeah, why would
defense thing. Like why would you put a
yeah.
ball in that area? Like and like I agree. Like they're making it so hard for the defense to play defense.
Yeah, and it's like what is he supposed to do? Just
Yeah,
let him catch it?
yeah,
Like he led with the shoulder.
yeah.
I don't even think he hit the head. I think he
No,
hit the body,
he hit the
but
back.
he's coming down. Yeah, like
Yeah, and like I can get defenseless receiver, but also at the same time, it's just like he's still making the athletic play though. Like he's still doing
yeah.
shit. I don't know. I definitely think football is starting to take a turn for the worse when it comes to officiating, um, and how soft things have gotten. Because like I've been rewatching some of the old school like hit videos, and I'm just sitting there like, dude, like football's not the same anymore. Like
Which I'm all for player safety, and I think some of the stuff from
some of the stuff
years past
some of the stuff is
can
for the better.
definitely,
Yeah,
but like even that hip drop tackle, like dude, you're
yeah,
just dropping your body weight.
yeah.
Like, and why don't we want to talk about like we're talking about this, and this, but we're not talking about like the turf and how like
It's
that has been
causing
a
injuries.
major injuries too.
Yeah, like the
So why is it
Ravens.
only this side of the spectrum and not this
Yeah,
side of the spectrum?
because they don't want to acknowledge. They don't want to put money in to something that's yeah, because it's a business.
Yeah.
Something that's
Well,
going to cost more.
that's the thing is that's probably the owners are like, I don't want to pay for a new turf.
Yeah,
Like, why do I want to pay for a new turf?
yeah.
Like,
Um, yeah, no, it's kind of bullshit how things have been going. Um, but yeah, so Lions faithful beat Broncos country, 42 to
which
17.
I was a little hesitant on that one, but
Yeah,
dude, great game. Honestly, a little mad I didn't start
Jared Goff.
uh, uh Jared Goff, but it's okay.
It's okay.
We still won. Still won the
Still got the
game.
dub. Browns beat the Bears 20 to 17. I was wrong for picking the Packers, 34 to 20. That one still though could have gone either way. Like
It could have. I think didn't that one either is almost overtime or like
yeah,
last second or something.
last second pushes and whatnot. Yeah, by the Packers.
Hey, I like Baker now. I think
Baker Mayfield's been He's grown up. He's figured
And
it
I
out.
hope he sticks. I hope he stays with the Bucks. I
Yep.
think that's a good spot for him. The problem is like with Mike Evans' age, I don't know how much longer
You guys can milk him. Yeah.
you can milk that guy. He's so
Yeah.
talented.
I
And
think
then
you're gonna start seeing him take more of a leadership role instead of
oh, probably.
playmaker role. With his age, like he's been in for a hot minute.
I remember him in middle school.
Yeah.
I had a guy who drew his own Mike Evans jersey because
Yeah.
he was a huge Buccaneers fan. And I mean, he was through Jameson, Winston, and
Yeah.
fucking like he went through
He made some of those
Ryan
teams look good
Fitzpatrick and
better than
yeah, oh, yeah.
better than they actually were.
Well, I don't even think I think he just gets slept on
Yeah.
because he doesn't have like the stats, and it's like,
Yeah.
dude, well, like look at who he's playing with for
Yeah.
so long, like.
Yeah. But then when he had Tom Brady, though, oh my God, Mike Evans looked phenomenal.
Yeah, he did.
I had Mike Evans on Tom Brady's last year for
Over fantasy.
For fantasy, dude, it was
Yeah,
he was clutch even on Tom Brady's decline. Like it was still clutch to have him there.
you say decline, but here's the thing: Tom Brady could probably still come back and play.
Yeah, he's probably good.
Aaron Rodgers got activated, so he could
Yeah.
play, but I don't think they are going to play him.
Dude, I want to see. I want to see Aaron Rodgers play though. Like
they might do like a few snaps, but the thing is, if you're already eliminated from the playoffs, why risk hurting him again?
I know,
like,
but it's just like just a show and like give the middle finger to the medical world and everything.
Oh yeah,
it would be fucking huge.
Dude, Nick Chubb is already walking around.
Yeah,
and they didn't think that he was gonna. He's walking without braces or crutches. So what the fuck is going on with medicine right now? For them to be doing shit like that, is that stem cells in
I think
Mexico
stem cells,
or
like
yeah?
I've been looking into like the stem cell stuff and like you literally take it from healthy parts of the body and you physically inject it into the fucked up area.
Well, that's not how you always get stem cells.
But that's like but that's the
I think it's gonna be one of those things that it should be legal in America, and it's probably gonna be legal in America.
Yeah.
And I mean, it might just take sports to, like, look, people.
Yeah.
Look what it does.
They do it in the military. I
Really?
I didn't know that until I was talking to one of the guys, one of the people in my class, and he said, yeah, he had a stem cell, mixed in with some steroid injections as well.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it fixed
up his ankle. Did they send him to a different country for that, or?
I think it might have an
exception. I know it's like
it might have a exception to policy for certain cases.
What happened? Like, what was it for?
His ankle. He had really fucked up his Achilles.
Oh.
Like, kind of like a
service related.
Yeah, service related.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah. But yeah, fucking this. I think this is the game you're mistaking with the Bucks, Packers, the Texans, Titans. They went into overtime, 19-16.
Yes.
It is. Yeah, we'd both picked the Texans. This was the game, and I was sitting there like, dude, I kind of want to pick Titans.
Yeah, and you were like, I want to.
Dude, honestly, like if it had not gone into overtime, or like like it might have been a huge clutch win if I'd picked the Titans and they did like. But that's just a what if game. Like we could play the what if games all day. Dolphins beat the Jets 30-0.
Good game.
Chiefs beat the Patriots 27-17, which
they didn't look good doing it.
They should not have let the Patriots score that much. Like I don't understand that. The Saints beat the Giants 24-6. I sent you a meme for this, but literally tickets for the Panthers game was less than 50 cents.
Yeah, 42 cents or something like that.
42 cents after taxes and fees. It's $3, like $3.75.
I would do that, dude. Do that. Like if you got nothing better to do, do that. Get a couple beers, and they fucking won.
Yeah, they won
9-7
over the Falcons.
I would have just had 2 fucking L's.
Yeah,
for this week. but I had fucking 3 because the
Yeah.
Falcons. I was a little salty about that one. I
Yeah.
was more salty about that one.
Um, we both picked the Falcons. Dude, what if I picked the Panthers? Just random. You would have been calling me a retard, an idiot, whatever, and then they win.
I'd be mad.
Yeah.
I'd be real fucking mad. Like I
Yeah.
cannot fucking believe it. I don't believe it.
I don't believe it. What does he know that I don't? um, the Rams beat the Commanders 28-20. We both picked
I
that.
think they should have got a few. I think they should have had more points in that one.
Yeah.
Even though, I mean, when you're watching the game, I thought they did a good job controlling it, but I was like, there should be more of a lead
Yeah.
here.
49ers destroyed the Cardinals 45-29.
No shock there.
The Bills beat the Cowboys, which I picked the Cowboys. I did not expect them to be blown out like that.
Honestly, it was very nice for me to see. I watched that game
Yeah.
the whole time, and I just thought about how you're like, begrudgingly, I'm just gonna pick, and it's just like, yes, you like you just you go against your morals and your wills to pick the Cowboys.
Well, I'd been right
and then
the last 2 weeks in a row.
In the end, it doesn't
Even
work out for you.
The Ravens beat the Jags 27-3, which you picked the Jags.
Yeah, that one. That was one of those games that like the Jaguars were close.
Yeah.
Until they weren't. Like I think it was like a fumble in the goal line area, or like 2 missed field goals, and just like this shit that they should have. But like you said, we could be playing the what if and shoulda, woulda, couldas, and so
this one was kind of weird. The Seahawks beating the Eagles 20-17.
Yeah, game-winning drive by Drew Lock.
Yep.
Not fucking what's his bucket. Drew Lock.
Yeah.
So very shocked to see that one.
And Drew Lock's over here doing his fucking dance thing, like that he got. Yeah. Dude, what the fuck is going on with the fucking stream right now? I'm getting pissed off.
I don't know, but you went like static TV a few minutes ago. I kind of went like, oh.
Yeah,
it's good.
I'm about to just stop the stream and just keep on recording.
That's fine.
Yeah.
If that's gonna help out your internet, then yeah, I suggest it.
Yeah, I'm just stopping and I'll restart it when we do our fucking the memes.
Okay.
Are you starting to believe a little bit more with Brock Purdy for MVP?
No.
No? You're sticking to it?
And dude, I'm getting slightly irritated. They keep sending me stuff. I'm like, I'm not doing it. It's like your uncle or your grandpa at the family dinner, and it's like, I shouldn't say that. Never mind. I'm not gonna say my example.
Okay.
But it's like he's stuck in his ways,
and
you bring over people, and he's like, "No, god damn it!"
Yeah,
that's me. That's me right now.
All right, so going into this week, Saints Rams. Who are you picking? Because I don't know.
Rams. I think the Rams are gonna do some damage. The only issue is I'm worried about the Saints defense.
Yeah.
But I got no real worries for the Saints offense.
I think I'm gonna end up following suit with you on this one. The Rams over the Saints. They've been on a roll, and I'm gonna follow that roll.
4 out of their last 5, and the only loss was that really close overtime loss to the Ravens, which I honestly hate to see it.
I'm gonna end up picking the Bengals over the Steelers.
I'm also picking the Bengals over the Steelers.
I'm gonna pick the Bills over the Chargers.
Bills over Chargers. Also, Brandon Staley got fired, which good. Him and I believe the GM both got fired.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick Colts over Falcons.
I'm also doing Colts over Falcons.
And then I'm going to pick Seahawks over Titans.
I am also taking Seahawks over Titans.
And then I'm going to go Lions faithful over the Vikings.
Lions over the Vikings for sure.
I don't know. Maybe the Jets if Aaron Rodgers plays.
Ooh.
I don't have much hope for the Commanders, but I also don't have much hope for the Jets either.
I am going to pick against you for the Commanders. Just because I think Sam Howell and Scary Terry Lawrence and...
Isn't he out?
What?
I'm pretty sure Scary Terry's out.
Not that I'm seeing.
Okay.
It says Brian Robinson is questionable, which I think he's a dog.
I'm already knowing
they're ruling out Aaron Rodgers according to this. According to ESPN.
Yeah.
But that might change. And I mean, when you look at both those teams, Commanders are 0-5 out of their last 5, and the Commanders, or excuse me, the Jets are 1-5 out of their last 5. So yeah, I'm still gonna go Commanders. I think they might get something going.
Honestly, that one could go either way.
It could go either way.
I already know your next pick, Packers over Panthers.
I don't know anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna go Packers, but geez, who knows?
You think the Browns are gonna be able to beat the Texans?
Dude, I have been thinking. So after Monday's game, I usually kind of take a look ahead, especially like fantasy and just our picks. This game, especially just the way that Joe Flacco has been playing with David Njoku, it just got me thinking twice.
Yeah, it's got me thinking the Browns might win this one.
And especially just like if they might be making a more serious playoff push than the young Texans team.
Yeah. I'm 100% thinking that too, but I'm also sitting there like the young Texans team though, they might not young. They're young, but also it's just like they might not get there this year, but where are they going to be in the next year or two?
Especially just like the way that division is.
Yeah.
Right now, like it's the Jags, Indianapolis, Houston, and Texans, or Tennessee.
Yeah.
The big dogs in there is like Jacksonville, Indianapolis. I don't want to give them any disrespect, but I think they could do better. So I'm leaning towards the Browns.
You're leaning towards the Browns too?
I am.
Okay. Jags or Bucks? I want to go Jags, but also the Bucks are getting me thinking twice as well.
I think the Jags' last game was a bit of a fluke. I think they're going to come back and do a little bit better. So I'm going to go Jags on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to trust my gut and go Jags as well. Bears over Cardinals. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. I'm assuming you're going to go Bears as well.
Yeah, but I don't feel confident about that pick.
I don't either, but also I'm just going with the gut feeling on that one. Cowboys, Dolphins. I think I'm going Dolphins as well.
I'm going Dolphins. I think Mike McDaniel should look at the game plan and say, like, we should try to rush as much as possible.
It's what they do best, too. Like, they get the run game going heavy, and then they just use their speed and rush around the edges consistently. And then Tua comes out of the left field and fucking throws this fucking screamer, like, from center field to home. And fucking Tyreek Hill's just burning down the field. Like, it's what they do. I know Tyreek
was out last week. It looks like he's back in this week.
Yeah.
So, could be good.
Who you picking for Patriots, Broncos? Because I'm going Broncos country.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
Raiders Chiefs. I mean, they're 63-point win, and with how the Chiefs have been playing, I um
Wow, that is such a huge. Have they played already? Because they're division rivals, or they're gonna play once and then they'll play. I don't know. Am I dumb? Oh no. Okay, they did play the Raiders already, but that was no. I'm gonna go Chiefs.
I'm thinking Chiefs as well.
It's in Arrowhead. Yeah,
And then I'm gonna go Eagles over Giants.
I'm definitely going Eagles over Giants.
If they lose that game, I don't know what to think anymore.
Yeah. Now this game, I feel like we're gonna have a disagreement on.
Are you gonna pick Ravens?
I'm picking Ravens.
I'm going 49ers.
So what I've been seeing is the major headline is the Ravens are like, why are we the underdogs?
Yeah.
And why are they a massive underdogs? It's not like a close.
I don't agree
50-50.
with Master. I think they're very even.
I think it's I think it's gonna be a good game.
It's gonna be a great game to watch.
So, I think if the 49ers are smart, don't underestimate them. Don't listen to these analytics. Don't do all this and that and the other.
Yeah. If they play 49ers football, they're gonna do good. They're gonna do just fine.
Yeah. The thing is though, is that Ravens defense is so fucking good.
It's great.
And there's not a lot of great defenses that they played against this year. The 49ers, that is. Except for like the Eagles, which they
beat.
Lost?
They mollywopped them. That was the game Debo went 35 points.
Yes. Yeah. You're right. Whose defense was it?
And they also played the Cowboys and beat the Cowboys.
Okay, then I don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah, I mean the 49ers are 5 out of the last 5. The Ravens are 4 out of their last 5. Then you kind of look at who they beat.
It's gonna be a great game.
It's gonna be a good game.
No matter what happens.
I'm gonna stick with the Ravens. I don't feel confident about it now after kind of reading into some of the stats, but
yeah,
that's what I'm sticking with. I'm gonna stick with them.
I'm going 49ers. I'm thinking
also with these fucking dumb shit where it's like state that I've lived versus state that I visited. Like, who the fuck cares where you've lived and where you've?
Yeah. I'm gonna pop up the stream again, and we're gonna try and do the memes.
Yeah.
But if not, do you just want to like look at them? Look at them anyways, like here on fucking Discord. Not on the recording, just because like, yeah.
Yeah, with the copyrights and shit like that. Yeah. And I can always bring it over to Aaron too. He was talking about, you know. But yeah, I'm excited for fucking.
So we're gonna call it a night then for the recording. We're gonna hop into the stream now. Like we are already over an hour.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I was misunderstood.
Yeah, no, like yeah, we're gonna call it here, and yeah.
Well, this